5 seasons, over 1,000 kills, a legacy cemented. Perri Lucas' story is unlike any other, and it's so much more than skin deep.
So I grew up in Chicago. I'm an only child, and both of my parents were athletes, so they just put me in a sport like as soon as I could be in one. So I played like basketball, tennis, I ran, I swam, and I was pretty good at all of them, but I didn't like any of them. So I would always end up quitting, and my parents would be like, bro, like you need to stop quitting. So when I chose volleyball, like I just fell in love with it. Like I said before, it was just like the team aspect of it, the explosiveness of it, and like you didn't have to have a specific body type to be good at it. So I think that's also why I thrived at it.
Yeah, so my freshman year, I was staying in Seton Court, like a house that a lot of the athletes were living in at the time. And preseason, we all stayed together, and I was staying in the same house as Perri, and she came across really confident and sure of herself and older than her. She was only a sophomore when I met her, but she seemed a lot older than that, and really just confident, didn't feel the need to overassert herself. She just came across as who she was, wasn't trying to be anybody else.
I think when you see Perri get a kill and how much, or a block, and how much it just electrifies the team, it makes a difference. And so when she gets those big kills, when she gets those big blocks, like the mood changes. Like in matches, she's changed the course of a match just by getting a big block or a huge kill in pressure moments. And I think that kind of embodies like Perri and the team and all that.
It's like an adrenaline rush. It's not necessarily like because I got the kill, it's just like being in that moment where I have to like score a point. It's just so like, I don't know, it just feels so good and like exciting. It's like, it's pressure, but it's a good type of pressure.
I mean, I don't know if she'll even know, to be honest. Like, I don't know if Perri's ever come to my office and been like, I'm 100 kills away from a 1,000 kills. Like, I think that's just the embodiment of Perri being so selfless, is like, she doesn't think of those stats. But if we're home, hopefully we're home, because that's always nice, and they announce it, I know the team's gonna go crazy. Like, she's not gonna cheer. It's just not Perri's style, but everybody around her is gonna be super pumped. Like, that's a huge milestone to hit 1,000, so.
Are you aware that, knock on wood, you're projected to reach 1,000 kills?
I didn't know that, but that's really cool.
Well, what do you think that moment will feel like?
Really cool, like really exciting. I've seen like a lot of people reach their 1,000 kills in this conference, and I'm always like, 1,000 kills is crazy. So if or when I reach that point, that'll be amazing.
For sure. I mean, she's a leader by example. When she goes out there and she's just confident playing, like the girls feel confident in her, they feel confident in themselves. We're really big on like positivity spreads and confidence spreads. So the more confident players we can have, the more it will spread to everybody else. And I think by her being that confident player and getting points and bringing that team to a higher level, like it's just elevating everybody around her.
She's so confident that she doesn't need to say anything. Like, it's that kind of leader. She's just is, and everyone can see it. She doesn't need to do anything extra. She doesn't need to fake it. She just is.
Yeah, I get that sense. Like, I know that when I need to, I'm gonna score that point, and it just feels good knowing that my team has my back, and and that they support me in those moments.
I think, again, that consistency and that confidence in herself that I saw when I first came here is something that's pretty rare for a young woman. Like, it's something that most people have to grow into a lot more. And she was just kind of like, she always knew who she was, and she always knew who she wanted to be, and she always knew that she could do it. And like, that's something that is pretty rare, like in college volleyball. And so I think that that's something that I've always admired about her personally, and I think that it's something that she doesn't have to say, she doesn't have to do anything, she just is, and she just embodies it. And she's that kind of leader that's more of a lead by example leader. She's somebody that people can look up to and want to be like in a way that's not her telling people, giving people advice. It's more, I see how she is, and I see how confident she is, and I see how sure of herself and what she needs and what she wants, and she's always going to go for what she wants, and she's going to stand up for herself, and she's going to be an independent person. And that's something I think everyone has learned a lot from. And just being around her, it's easy to like absorb that energy from her.
I love the conference. I felt like I could thrive in it because, like I said before, you don't have to have a specific body type, you don't have to be a specific size to do well in the conference. And then Seton Hall, like the location's amazing. We're super close to New York. I also loved like that the coach would allow me to, at the time it wasn't Coach Shannon, but she would allow me to still do my major because I was a bio major, and that's a very intensive major, as you guys probably know. So I liked that she would allow me to be a student athlete and actually study what I wanted to study while also being able to thrive in practice and on the court.
We just bond over, we have a lot of fun facts, and we're both people that when we have a question about something, we're gonna figure it out. We're not people that are just like, oh well, like I'll just see later if that's true. Like we always look things up. We're always curious. We're always trying to learn new things, and that's something that I think drew both of us together, and that we both just want to grow and want to learn. And she's super funny, super charismatic, and when she gets out of her shell, there's no one like her.
Well, I have eczema, and I've had eczema since I was a baby, so I've seen a dermatologist my whole life. But when I was a teenager, I developed acne, and so that kind of like lowered my confidence, especially because I got it before a lot of the people around me and my friends. So when I saw my dermatologist, she completely cleared up my skin, and that just like brought my confidence back, and I felt like a whole new person. So I just want to be able to do that for other people, because your skin is like one of the first things that you see on somebody. It just like helps you feel confident when your skin looks good and you look how you want to look. Well, I think like similar to sports, med school is very competitive and very like intensive. And so you have to have that confidence in your abilities, because everyone around you is just as smart and just as good as you are. So you just have to remember like you belong there. And I think like being eager to learn, obviously like I'm gonna keep on learning, which is gonna make me smarter, which is gonna make me better in that profession. And I think like the more you learn, the more you grow too. So it's just gonna continue to make me a better person and eventually a better doctor.
5 years from now, where's Perri Lucas?
In med school, I would say I'm probably going to be in my last year of med school, so about to get my white coat, and then applying for residency, which is like what you do to get into your specialty, which, like you said, is dermatology. So, yeah, about to graduate med school.
It might be over soon.
Little moments, little things, always funny, always there, always laughing, always in a good mood. Like she's not somebody that has like one good thing, one bad thing. She's like very consistent and very predictable in a sense of like I always know that she's gonna be there for me, and I always know that like she's gonna laugh at my jokes and that she's gonna want to know more things, and she's gonna come into the locker room like with a good smile on her face and a happy attitude. So there's not really one moment that I can think of that defines like a super special moment for her. I think of a lot of like a collection of little things, and I think that that's sometimes better, and I think she's not somebody that's inconsistent. Like that's the thing about Perri, is she's very consistent and very predictable and she's awesome, yeah.
So I can speak into the silence. It might be over soon.
I've enjoyed my time here. I love all the relationships I've created, and I'm so grateful that I came here because it's just given me so many opportunities. And like I said before, I've met so many amazing people, and I'm just very happy that I chose this school because I feel like it was a really good fit academically and athletically. So yeah, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to come here.